Okay, here we go. Jets, Jaguars, season mode continues once more. Last time, lost to the Patriots 10-7. Nowhere near the performance we had compared to when we won 17-3. And notice, last two games we've lost. It's been, well, both 10-7. Last second field goal by the Patriots. Well, not last second at all, to be fair. There's a field goal in overtime. For the Eagles one, we missed our field goal, tied up 10-10, so that's how we lost that one. So yeah, if anything, we should actually win these next couple of games. I believe we also face off against the Bengals at one point. So we should actually win these next 5 or 6 games. We should defeat the Jaguars, obviously the Dolphins, obviously the Giants. We also got the Redskins, which we should defeat them as well. Although if we lose to them, I guess they'll be fine. And we also get a game against the Bengals at one point as well. We should obviously win that one. Our last 3 games of the season, we most likely will lose them. But I feel like we actually go on a 6-game win streak. But then for our last 3 games of the season, we lose 3 games. And when I see there was one hell of a punt. And it's going to be under the 10-yard line. We're going to start punting like that. This is actually the first game where I started doing punts like that. Because I actually realized that I could move around and switch to where I want the punt to be, which I'm pretty sure was an option in Madden 18, but I actually never used it. So, well, Madden Mobile Overdrive, if anything. Overdrive sucked. It's still in the game, and I actually still kind of play it, so I don't know why I say it sucks, but whatever. Anyway, so there you go, 2nd and 7 now for the Jaguars. And as you see right there, horrible, and I mean horrible field position for them. We could easily get the safety, however, it's going to be a reception right there, and they've gotten out of the stink now. But there we go. That works out. Henry Anderson, the immediate stop on Fournette. That looks like it was gonna be a sack for a second. Would have been better if it was actually. But Trent Cannon going to receive for us as always, and gonna get taken down right there immediately after. Barely even gets 2 yards worth of rushing. Obviously, we still have Smashmouth here, so Le'Veon Bell should be a complete beast like he was last game against the Patriots. However, wasn't really able to fully carry us to victory though. Loses 1 yard there. Felt like he lost 3 if anything. So obviously our main priority will be getting down the field with Le'Veon Bell. Since now we're doing Smashmouth playbook. Probably I don't know how long we're gonna stay doing Smashmouth. But the plan here, do Smashmouth, well, use it to our advantage, do the impact meter, all that stuff. Have Le'Veon Bell rush down, get good amounts of yards, and then just simply do a short pass when we're, obviously close to the goal. So just like that, that's how mostly our plan should work out. We're going to do a punt just like that again, and that works. That's rather alright. Not really what I was hoping for as compared to the first punt in the beginning of the game, but yeah. As we now start off the second quarter here. 1-on-1 coverage here. Ronald Darby, he tackles way too early, and it's Keelan Cole right there who's going to get the reception and go into the end zone for the touchdown. Darby has not been doing well for us the past couple games. See there, nice reception for Chris Herndon. He just, last 2-3 games, just hasn't been doing well. Game against the Eagles was weird, if anything. No, if anything, the game against the Cowboys, the play he did against Jason Witten, just tackling the air, that right there was very similar to how the Cowboys game went. That one's very close to being intercepted. Looked like it was for a second. And he stopped doing risky plays like that. Defense, very heavy right there. Anyway, here we go now. Have room, and Quincy Enunwa not gonna get the reception. Not gonna even try. Horrible effort right there. Not to mention, I was moving the joystick, aiming up to Quincy Enunwa, because obviously, so you guys can know that I was aiming for Enunwa the whole time, and we're gonna aim for him again, and it's gonna get tipped out. So far, not so good, if anything. As we're now gonna have to go for field goal in hopes of just shrinking Jaguars' lead, even down by a little bit. I swear. If we actually made this field goal with spoiler alerts, as you obviously see, we clearly don't. Look at it, so close, yet so far. I swear, if we actually made that field goal instead of making the one against the Eagles, because the Eagles one was a little bit more closer, but we didn't make that. But if we made that Jaguars one, I would have been so mad. Because the Eagles one was easier. We just effed up, kind of. Anyway, 4th and 6 now, so our defense, very good. And Trent and Can randomly just decides to stop. I actually wanted it to receive there, because obviously we could have gotten an extra 5 or 10 yards from that location, but whatever. And that right there gives us horrible field position. Le'Veon Bell now going to have to carry us here. Story of the season so far, Bell just mostly does. I like how I say that Bell hasn't really been doing much for us for the season, but since we've been doing Smashmouth now, he's been doing way better, as the play against the Patriots last game showed, to be fair. But if anything, Bell gets us the most touchdowns. It's just that when running down the field, he doesn't really help us out as much. It's mostly our, obviously, wide receiver unit. Anyway, so we're doing more and more runs with Bell now that we have Smashmouth, hoping to get the impact meter up and up. Just increasingly. Now I'm going to have to go for the Hail Mary here. Second quarter, we will get the ball back, though, once the half starts. However, you know, just need to get the extra couple points. Or try, at the very least. So now we move on to the third here. Down 7-0. Last 2 games we lost 10-7. It'll be horrible to lose the third game in a row, 10-7 as well, especially since our goal here is to actually win this game. That's an in-game goal we have to do. Not to mention, still need those 36 touchdowns for the season, and we only have 3. And now look at this, Le'Veon Bell, though. He has running room, breaks away from 1 tackle, and almost breaks away from 2 more, actually. Very, very close, but just gets shoved out of bounds. If he was a little bit, not as close to out of bounds, then would have been better. Breaks away from 1 tackle, breaks away from 2nd, close to breaking away from 3rd right there. Pretty sure the Cowboys had Smashmouth, which is why Ezekiel Elliott did so well. He was breaking up tackles left and right, to be fair. So that's probably why he did so well in the game against the Cowboys. And look at this run right here. Le'Veon Bell. Similar fashion to what happened against the Patriots last game. Which, to be fair, I'm still thinking that run game we did against the Patriots is legit. It has to be our best play of the season. I'm pretty sure that run play against the Patriots last game was our best play of the season so far. Anyway, Le'Veon Bell, he's going to get the touchdown for us. Not going to run it, though. Going to do a simple short pass. We need those touchdowns. We need those 36 touchdowns. So that's the reason why we're doing that. Then we get the sack right there. And now Jordan Jenkins here. Look at that. Doing a loop. Almost getting the sack. Super close. Nick Foles just gets completely under pressure. Panics right there. And now Trent Cannon going to receive for us once again. And just that, we've turned the game around. First half wasn't really looking the brightest. But now, after the touchdown, after those good running plays from Le'Veon Bell, it's really turned us around right there. Sam Darnold almost getting sacked. Lucky enough he would get it out of his hands just in time. Would have been a big loss of yards. Looks like roughly 8 or 10 down right now. And we're going to go for B here. Going to go for broken Robbie Anderson. Anderson hasn't really been doing much for us. He did have a game where he had back-to-back just major gains of yards, and it was awesome. But otherwise than that, he hasn't really been doing the greatest. Quincy Newman right there, the reception and the first down, actually rolling over to the first down. Obviously, if he did roll over, probably would have been 2nd and 1 most likely. Gonna keep doing slants here. Don't really do slants all that much, if anything, but it's working out well, especially for Quincy Newman's routes. So might as well keep doing it. Once again, 36 touchdowns. We need 36. We only got 3 by this point, I think. 3 or 4. I'm pretty sure 3. So we have to go for 4 now. And Le'Veon Bell, once again, is going to be the man for the job. Le'Veon Bell easily has been the player of the season now. Compared to where 3-4 games ago, I was saying he hasn't really been doing much. But he gets us the most touchdowns. So by this point, I can't really be saying that. Quincy Newman does alright usually for us. Chris Herndon did well in the beginning of the season by this point, but now he's just slowly fading away and not really doing much for us. Robbie Anderson had a good game or 2 at one point. So yeah, if anything, Le'Veon Bell leading the charge for us. And now this right here, could have been a very good punt. Ronald Darby, great stop on his part. Big ass tackle, hard tackle right there. Trying to go for a punt in similar fashion the way we did in the beginning of the game. That would be amazing. I see right there, the pressure gets to Nick Foles. Henry Anderson. I was about to say Robbie Anderson. That's why the pause was there. I was about to say Robbie Anderson with the sack. Yeah, no, not true at all. Nick Foles just gets tripped up right there from his own offensive lineman, I think. And this is quickly turned around for the worst for the Jaguars. And now the pressure again. 4th and 26. Nick Foles, he's in the end zone. Leonard Williams, we need him to try and get the safety. We're so close. We are almost there. Ronald Darby gets the stop right there. And just like that, it's a turnover. Nick Foles just gets tackled once and is completely startled and scarred for the rest of the game. Quincy Onwualu, the slant route, the slant cheese right there. Quincy Onwualu, the touchdown. PAT. Casey Cannizzaro, the Catman, helps us out right there. You know, he's retired in real life after the game against the Giants. Speaking of which, Andrew Luck just retired. Yeah, this is after. I'm recording this one after the Jets and Saints game happened in real life. Yeah, I didn't really pay attention much to that. I was busy doing the Instagram stuff for the whole CRJ universe thing. I should probably link the Instagram shit I do on my videos. I don't really do that much. Fuck it, we'll have that linked in the bottom of this. Anyway, now, Nick Foles once again startled. And that has to be like the 6th sack of the game. 4th or 5th one at the very least. 6 at the most here. Nick Foles just hasn't been doing good at all. Almost gets sacked again. Marcus May is right there, though, for the defensive stop. Luckily enough, will be a touchdown for Jaguars. Doesn't really matter, though. We need 21-7, and Nick Foles, I guess, trying to sneak in right there. That just clearly doesn't work out well for them at all. And just like that, 21 points. I believe this has been the most amount of points we scored this whole season. Intercepted right there, though. Kind of a stupid play. Doesn't matter, though. Darnold hasn't really been doing... Nah, Darnold's been doing well. Yeah. Because we've only done passing touchdowns throughout this whole game. So by this point, I believe we're 6 of 36 passing touchdowns that we need. So we need 30 more by this point, I think. Anyway, so the final play of the game. And we win 21-7. 107 rushing to their 8. They had more passing, though. 117 to our 81. Kick return, we had 42 to their 41. So our whole punting techniques that we were doing wasn't really all that helpful. We're going to continue doing that, though, next game in hopes for a similar punt to what happened the first punt of the game. So there we go. We have done the goal of winning our game. To be fair, it was a very winnable game. It's an easy game to win. Trade deadline now. Which, for this one, we only get 1 trade, which is weird. I kind of hoped we got more, but no. So we need to trade away Darryl Roberts, and we will receive Marquise Brown in the whole process here, I guess you could say. Although here's the thing, he's a 71 overall wide receiver, and as we clearly see here, everyone we have is better than him. Chris Herndon, Robbie Anderson, Quincy Onwualu, they're all better than him. Just slightly, but still, it does work out well to our favor. Next game is against AFC East rivals, the Dolphins. So we're going to kill them. Kill the Giants. Redskins, Raiders, Bengals, Dolphins again. We should just win all of these. So we defeat the Jaguars. We are going to defeat the Giants, most likely. No, here's the thing. Here's my prediction. We beat the Dolphins. We beat the Giants. We beat the Raiders, the Redskins, the Bengals, and the Dolphins again. We go on a 6-game win streak, and then for our last 3 games, the Ravens break that streak, and then the last 2 teams we play off against in the Steelers and Bills we probably lose to. It's probably, no, we lost to the Bills the first game, which I didn't really expect at all. So yeah, we probably might lose to the Bills again for some reason. Steelers, we most likely gonna lose. Even though obviously not as good as they were last year, so we actually got a chance to win that. But I highly doubt we win against the Ravens. If anything, the games we're guaranteed to lose, or most likely to lose, from the 6-game win streak. I am predicting that we go on a 6-game win streak. But if we do lose, I do predict we do lose against the Redskins. And that's it. Just the Redskins, to be fair. Anyway, so next episode we face off against the Dolphins. Shall I say that works out. Thank you all for watching. Catch you on the next video, and goodbye.